everybody. It's your girl, Sherry, and welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually Podcast. I am joined by none other than my Bravo bestie, Joey. What's up, Joey?
Hello, how goes it?
It's going. Yeah, guys, so today has been a day for me, but you know what? I love talking about Bravo and Salt Lake City. I am here for it. So this is going to be my little therapy for the day. So you guys chime in and yeah, let's talk about some Salt Lake City. But before we do that, quick admin stuff. If you're new over here, welcome. We do reality TV recaps and occasionally we're slipping on it, but we're going to be doing some pop culture segments as well. Promise they're coming. My co-star, just my daughter. Well, y'all know. Love you, Bria. Also, if you've been over here and you like that type of content, please subscribe and share with a friend. If I find something I like to share it with my family and friends. Hit the notification bell so you know when we drop that good content. And please hit us in them comments. We love to hear from you and we love to talk back. So, Joey, what did you think of episode 3 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, called Dismissed?
I know. I mean, I know that you're going to be shocked by this, but I was obsessed. I just love Salt Lake so much. I feel like it's one of like the few remaining franchises that I'm like excited to like watch.
Same.
Like, let's be honest, like Beverly Hills, they're kind of like over. They got rid of one of my all-time favorites, which is Dallas, which I'll never get over.
Yeah.
Jersey, I don't know if we'll ever see it again. I'm not banking on it.
I know.
You know, I just like Potomac has been like dead in the water for like seasons and seasons now. Atlanta's been dead in the water. But Salt Lake City, I mean, they just keep delivering. And I really hope that like they don't screw it up. Like, we don't need a cast mix up. As much as I would love to get rid of Heather Gay, I don't think that we need like a cast mix up like right now. I don't want a production change. I think production on Salt Lake City is top notch.
I do too.
Keep it where it is.
I concur. I mean, they are those girls right now.
They are
holding it down for the Housewives franchise. And if anybody, and I've seen, you know, I watch a lot of folks that do what we do, recap and stuff, and everybody's saying the same. I mean, like Salt Lake City are those girls, y'all. And
it's true.
It's so true. So we finally got our taglines too. And I wanted to know, what was your favorite tagline, Joey? Did you have one?
Honestly, it's such like a stupid one, but I love Mary's.
Me, that's what I was gonna say. I love her. It's simple, but it's so her.
It honestly has nothing to do with like the show, like whatsoever, but
right?
It's just so funny to me. I think that it's so not her that I find it really, really funny.
Yep.
I just like love it. I love it.
It was definitely my favorite too. And for those that don't know, her tagline is I'm just here to eat, drink, and be merry.
And that she does.
Yeah. I mean, sums it right up, doesn't it? I mean, really, she the other one that was maybe an honorable mention, I kind of like Bronwyn's. If my closet has skeletons, at least they'd be well dressed. And I mean, there are those that would debate that. Everyone doesn't love Bronwyn's style, but
which I don't but people like I find don't love Bronwyn, which I can't get over.
I know. There's some Lisa stands out there though, Joey. And I mean, the fact that I tried to do a poll, and this was last week just to see who, you know, like, did in fact you guys agree that Bronwyn ate Lisa up? And there are people that said no. And I'm thinking, were you watching the same episode I was?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't call myself a Lisa stan. I like Lisa. I think that she was born to be on reality TV.
Oh, for sure.
And I think that the show would be very boring without her. Agreed. But there's no doubt that she's this season continuing to be ate up episode after episode. I mean, I know we're only on 3, but I mean, we're 2 for 2. I feel like losses in my book. So
completely agreed. I completely agreed.
Yeah.
So y'all, we're gonna get into the episode. We start off with Lisa over at the Vita Tequila Lounge, setting up for God all of her celebrity folks. I mean,
Oh
she's
my
so
God, if I heard
important,
one more name drop, I was going to turn the
right?
TV off, let me ask you.
Lisa, listen, that's okay. So I'm not necessarily Lisa stan, but I also am not someone that can't stand Lisa. I like Lisa on the show. I've always liked Lisa. Do I think she's crazy? Yes. But watching her literally come, like, she's becoming unglued. She sounds crazy in every scene. It just But y'all, she name drops a couple: Steve Carell, Jason Schwartzman. She talks about Ben Affleck and Blake Lively again. I mean, there's a hint of delusion. I think that is real, but I just think that that's her thing. Like, she wants to be this well-known, in those big circles, Hollywood, larger than life, certainly ahead of the other women on the show. Like, and any question of that, because that's what identity she wants so badly, it just sends her over the edge.
Yeah, right over the edge. And like I keep saying, and everyone here probably knows if you watch that I hate Heather Gay, but for her to act like Heather Gay is not extremely successful, does not live this like fabulous life, blows my mind, because let's not forget, let's go back to like, I think it was season 1, where Rihanna followed Heather Gay and only Heather Gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's so wrong. Like, Heather's so successful and that's supposed to be your friend.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like, you say to her face, like, well, my life is very, very different than yours. Like, what?
I know. That was that moment. And I mean, at least in confessional, I'll give Heather credit that she actually addressed, like, see, this is what we're talking about, that elitist type attitude. I mean, she called her on it in confessional. And actually in person, she did say, our lives are not that different. Like, girl, stop. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, what that scene is giving y'all is Lisa trying desperately to convince us all that she is that girl. Okay. So,
which she very well might be, but that doesn't mean that her friends are also not successful.
Exactly. I mein, they clearly are. I mean, listen, they all seem to live fabulous lives, in my opinion. I mean, there's no, I mean, like, on their franchise, there's no Gina like on OC. There's no, like, you know what I mean? Like, Atlanta has a lot of fake it till you make it. I mean, Salt Lake City, they seem to all be like living very well. I mean,
there ain't no Robin Dixon up in this show.
All right. Not at all. So that's what I'm saying. They're all, they're all wealthy. Well, sorry, y'all, my voice is going, but our next scene is Bronwyn and Todd's lunch. Lots to unpack there. So I said last week that it was noticeable that Todd has not been as much a part of the show. And he admits that watching it, she does too, that he, got a lot of backlash for the way he spoke to her. And rightfully so. Yeah. Yeah, rightfully so. And so you could tell in this scene, he was really choosing his words, trying to keep himself, at the point where he's not sounding too fatherly and reprimanding, like, but yet there was a sternness still there where he was annoyed. There's a couple things we find out in the scene that Bronwyn had moved both her parents in with them, which that's huge. So she has Gwen there at the home, Gwen's boyfriend, and her parents, until she had to make the decision because her father has Alzheimer's to put him into memory care. So that's big. And so I think that folks should give Todd some credit because that's huge.
Yeah, full house.
Yeah. And so we find out her mom actually had a brain tumor, but had surgery and is recovering fine. So, you know, Ron was saying she may live with them indefinitely. So there's that.
Yikes.
I know. I know. But she also talks to Todd about what's been going on with her and the ladies, particularly her and Lisa. And Todd, clearly annoyed, does not understand why she keeps trying with her. And Bronwyn admits that, you know what? I just, I suffer from this. I just really want to be liked. And I love the fact that we saw it in last week when she admitted about the whole um, necklace and earrings, the jewelry debacle, where she said, I kind of did that because I just wanted to be cool. I wanted to be accepted, okay. She admitted it. And then she admits to Todd, look, I have this thing. I really want to be liked. I really, that's my thing. I want her to like me. And he was just like, look, there's some actions that Lisa has done that are unforgivable in his book. And but she said, and then Todd comes back and says, well, Brian, a lot of people don't like you. And she was like,
yeah, it's true if you read the comment section, but I mean, like, that's not what a husband's supposed to say.
I know. His personality is just very, gosh, it's not very warm. I mean, he tells her like it is. But and maybe that's what she was looking for. I don't know what. I know that she's been seeking her parents' approval, particularly since she was a teen mom and felt like she disappointed her parents. I don't know if she's looking for some sort of fatherly approval, even in Todd.
Oh, yeah. And the weird thing is, I know there's like a big age difference, but again, like, they're married, they're husband and wife.
Yeah.
But he often talks to her like she's his child.
Absolutely.
And it's very awkward to watch.
Very awkward to watch. And Bronwyn is not someone that misses words, that can't hold her own, and yet you see her really shrink when she's around Todd. So there's that, y'all. Y'all weigh in the comments and let us know. Did you see what we saw? What do you think about Bronwyn and Todd's relationship? Though I think he loves her, and he's her safe space for her. I just think, it's not translating very well on camera. Okay.
No.
All right. So our next, then Bronwyn and her mom. Y'all, this was very telling to me.
Not a good scene.
No. I feel for her. I feel for Bronwyn. What were your thoughts, Joey, on that scene?
I mean, obviously, like, I felt awful. I thought, like, again, right? So now I'm like, all right, so now she has this, like, really harshly, like, direct husband. Now we see she has this, like, harshly direct mother. And I, like, felt like really bad for her. Again, her body language and her actions were the same as they are with Todd, as if it was like a parent figure.
Yep.
And, like, the gall of this woman, though, to be living in your daughter's home, which obviously she's not charging you for, and then to harp on her, like, almost like infer that she's like a gold digger.
Absolutely.
Like, it was just, like, awful. And my heart, like, broke for Bronwyn. And I was like, this is, like, really sad. But you know what, though? Like, kudos for her for having it on camera, I guess, because I'm sure that she went into it knowing it wasn't going to be a normal child-parent conversation and, like, lovey-dovey, because it was the complete opposite. And it was awkward to watch. I don't know. I mean, the mom, monster.
Agreed. Again, it wasn't that warm, fuzzy, loving parent-child relationship, or just as we were watching for husband to wife. She doesn't get it there either. She tried to have tender moments with talking to her about, there's a thing about, she was talking about her father, like she talked to Todd about this as well, about having sometimes second thoughts about having her father in memory care, because there are times when she would go see him when they would have a good conversation. It would seem normal. And then she's like, oh, she talked to her mother about the fact that when she would go see him, he sees her as like young little Bronwyn.
Right. And that she like thinks that she's Gwen sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. So he goes back to that. And, you know, this is the part where you would think a mom would come in and show some compassion and comfort their daughter. Like, listen, you know, your dad loves you, you know.
Right.
She got none of that.
None.
None.
And she got, you're a gold digger.
Yeah. Like the only reason that you're where you're at now is because of Todd. Todd had to come in and save you. I mean, like you were going down the path. Not what a grown woman with her level of success and Bronwyn was doing. I mean, I don't know exactly. I can't remember. I know they met. I remember the story, but I can't remember exactly what Bronwyn was doing at the time. But she was working. It's not like she was out trolling for rich men. I mean, she was doing her thing, living her life, taking care of her daughter. They met. They liked each other. They liked their banter, whatever, and it worked. But you know, for her mom to diminish her in that way, I thought was really gross. It did.
I agree. Yeah. It was a really sad scene to like watch. Then like Bronwyn's like crying about her dad, and her mom like no compassion like whatsoever.
Nothing. Straight face. That was like wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have the scene with Angie and her dad. Oh, now that
polar opposite scenes, huh?
Absolutely. That's a father, daughter, parent, child. I mean, it was very loving, very warm. Every time I see Angie in these vulnerable, like scenes, how she is with Mary, how she's with her dad, just makes me fall in love with her even more. I mean, there's many layers to her. And, you know, you've said it many times, for her to come from a friend of, to being the center housewife in the photo, to being one of the ones that is constantly we're talking about. It usually doesn't happen that way, no. But couldn't have happened to a better housewife. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, in my opinion, and I know, believe it or not, which I'm shocked about, this is not as popular as I would have expected, but I think like Angie is like top tier. I think that she like lives the life. I think she's authentic. I think she's real. I think she can be funny. She can be emotional. Yes. She can talk crap with the best of them. She can be a little messy. She can fight. I mean, verbally. It's just like, I think she's everything that you want in a housewife.
Agreed. I agree. I mean, that's one thing I will say about Salt Lake City. They got some, you know, real deal housewives. I mean, for Bronwyn, for this to be her sophomore year, for her to be this engaging and interesting, and, you know, it's not easy to do. And she does it effortlessly. I mean, really, she's meant to do this.
Yeah.
Same with Angie. Yeah. You know, she grew into it, and now it's like, you know, but she goes to visit her dad. He's 89. And, you know, they're looking over old photos, and he shared a story with Angie about them, their Greek, of course, and some of the hardships they went through against the Jews. I mean, I'm sorry, against the Germans. Germans. I'm thinking of Jews versus Germans and Holocaust. So forgive me, y'all. It's been a day, okay? Germans, not Jews. So he tells her about them literally burning down all of their homes and them having to flee. And she just, you know, it just really hits her. It makes her emotional because, you know, like she says, her biggest worry are like, you know, microneedling before events. And, you know, her dad really went through some traumatic, I mean, like stuff that, you know, we couldn't conceive of. So, and she's very proud of her Greek heritage, and she wants to pass that on to Electra.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point, woman, like, lay off the gas pedal just like a little bit.
I know.
It's excessive.
It is obsessive. It is. I mean, that's what she leads with. I don't know if that's because I don't know. Maybe she's just really that, you know, it's something that she really wants to like, because she's.
I mean, we find out she's getting her Greek
citizenship. Yeah. So I mean, listen, she's not playing games. I mean,
no, she's definitely not.
She's not. So anything to add about that scene? Because
no, I mean it was short and sweet. And again, like I like love him. I thought he was great in his scenes like last season. You know, they have like a real like relationship, you know, and I love it, love it, love it.
I love it too. I love it too. Okay, so the next scene, Angie's coming over to help Heather paint. I know. You know, Heather's thing, y'all, is she's ready to boot that youngest child up out her house. Listen.
I can't even like watch her scenes because I'm sorry. And I know that people are like, oh, you're just a hater. But like her face looks like melting candle wax. And I can't get over it. I can't get over it. She's so jarring looking. And like my coworker actually pointed this out. So now it's all I can see, right? She has like filled or Botoxed her entire face. But all around her mouth, it's just like these like little like lines. And I can't look at anything else now because she was like, what's up with like her like lips and her mouth? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And now it's all I see.
I'm going to have to look a little closer. For me,
the filler is not filling here. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, because you would think.
But the melting candle wax, like, look, I don't understand like, what's going on.
Yeah, it's like does she have cheek implants? Or, I mean, her cheeks were always like this. But then, you know, you have the chin and then it's very sharp. And then it's just.
But like you own a beauty lab, not saying, I don't know what they do there. I don't know if they do Botox and filler.
Oh, I'm sure they
probably do.
I'm sure they do.
But like, girl, like this is like your business, your livelihood. You are a walking advertisement. This is not the look.
It is totally not the look. Because if I feel like, if I go on beauty lab, I'm gonna come out looking like you. I'm not going in there, ma'am.
No,
not a good look. But anyway, Angie so graciously comes over to help her because she's going to transform this room into her love den, her space where she can write and be creative because she's got a book deal. This will be her third book that she's working on. Y'all let us know in the chat if any of y'all have read any of her books. I have not.
Not me.
No. They try a few different pastels to go on the wall. She's like, yeah.
Please, that was 3 shades of white.
It really was. It was so light. Did it really even look different? And Angie's like, well, I like the pink. And then she's like, well, here's the yellow. Here's the
and I was like, oh, that white? You like the top white?
The top white. I mean, yeah, it was like, okay. So nice little setup for y'all to have this conversation. At any rate, Angie tells her about getting her Greek citizenship. And she also tells her that Elektra is just not feeling it. They flash back, and Elektra is like, look, you're taking this Greek thing just way too far now. Like, you listen, that's a lot.
The viewers concur.
Yeah, she is. And it's like she's telling Heather, you know, like, it's something that she wants to share with the daughter, and Elektra's just not having it. And Heather is basically like, look, you know, kids tend to not care as much about the things that matter the most to you in the moment. And first of all, at Elektra's age, honey, that's normal.
I was insane, and I hate to break it to Angie, but it's probably gonna get worse before it gets better.
Oh, it's gonna take till at least around 19, 20-ish before she even thinks that you have any sense or she'll even like you. So I mean, it's just what it is. Sorry. They were close. She is all about her Elektra, but Elektra is about to has hit that stage where it's like, Mom, back it all the way up. So, yeah. There's that. But then they have the conversation about Lisa, and you know, they talk about how she's flaunting her, being very braggadocious and trying to act like, you know, her life is bigger than them. And Heather admits that she's getting harder to defend. And I think there was something else that she said, or this may come later when they're saying that, oh no, it does come later. Or maybe not. When she says that their friend is dealing with, was that her or that might have been Meredith? It was Meredith. It says that she's either dealing with, it was 3 things. It'll come to me in my notes. Stay tuned. Okay, so the next thing that they do, and I thought this was mean, even for housewives. I mean, it's really not, but I thought it was kind of mean. So Lisa, ever since the party with Amy, the Utah socialite, Lisa decides that she's going to plan a day for the ladies, and she's inviting everyone. But what she's actually doing is she'll have what she considers her A-listers come with her skeet shooting, and then there'll be lunch later where she's going to invite the D-listers. I know. And she's got something planned for them, which to me backfires for her yet again.
First of all, wait, one last thing.
Okay.
I don't know if this was the correct scene or not, but I believe when Heather was talking to Angie, she made the comment when they were talking about Amy's party, and she was like, "Oh, I just wanted to get away from it. I wanted nothing to do with it."
Did.
Girl, this is why I hate you. You wanted to get away from it. You wanted nothing to do with it. You caused this.
You caused it, and they showed her at the table.
She is the worst type of housewife.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The worst. I hate housewives like that. I hate a Tamra Judge. I hate a Larsa Pippen. I hate Heather Gay. I hate, as we all know, I hate a Margaret Josephs.
Yes.
You can't create the problem, and then when all hell breaks loose, oh man, I want nothing to do with it. This is crazy. I have nothing to do with this, blah, blah. Girl, this is your fault.
Absolutely. You the one that had the one that told her all that went down at the camping trip. She wouldn't have known unless you told her.
And of course, she put her own twist on it. I'm telling you, I'm going to start fast forwarding through her scenes so we're not going to be able to talk about her because I can't handle her. She's vastly moving up my top 5 list of least favorite housewives of all time.
Yeah, she's up there for me too. Yeah. And you know what? I don't have a whole lot that I can say that I just can't. Well, I'm not a Giselle fan. But I can tolerate her on my screen. I know, Joy, but I think that I really like Giselle. I know I'm in the minority, but I really do like Giselle. I will give her last season. She redeemed herself some, but I'm not a fan of her.
No, Heather Gay, Larsa Pippen, Margaret Josephs. Do I want to say? Oh, I hate Kyle Richards. I don't know if she's top 5 though.
Yeah, Kyle's not in my top 5. Lisa Rinna was. I could not.
Oh, Lisa Rinna. There you go.
Lisa Rinna.
Loathe. And probably, honestly, Ramona Singer. But thankfully, we don't have to deal with her anymore.
Yeah, Ramona was up there, but there was something about. I just would be like, is she really? Yeah, she was up there though. She was definitely up there. Yeah, I'm glad to see her go.
Sorry for that ADHD moment.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hey, but join us. Who are your least favorite housewives? We'd love to know. Like I said, I don't have a laundry list. There's some I'd rather not see more than others, but Lisa Rinna, not a Giselle fan. I got to the point where I couldn't stand Candy Burris, and I know that may be unpopular, but sorry, she made me sick. And and there are a few others, but we'll stop with that one. So we have Heather, Meredith, Mary, and Amy for skeet shooting at the Blue Sky Lounge or Lodge. And the other ladies will join them for lunch later. She lets in on this is going to be a clarity lunch so that since it was
for
real
who?
Clear with it was real clear, right? Real clear. Since they had so much to say behind her back, she was going to make sure that, they all got all the clarity that they needed. So uneventful with the skeet shooting.
Ironically, almost all the women, expert skeet shooters. Who knew?
Great shoot. Yeah, I know. I mean, but you know what? I was wondering, is that a thing, in Utah to go do? I mean, I think it's cool, but they were all good shots. You're right. I'm like,
they were. I mean, I can't get over it. Mary.
I know.
Never expected it.
What's so cool about Mary? I will say this. Mary is not so different of course, she's the only Black housewife on Salt Lake City, which her experiences are not vastly different from theirs as far as what she's experienced, where she's been, things that she's exposed to. I love that. Love that for her. I mean, not that it should be. I'm just saying, I don't know of, it's not widely known of the Black community in Salt Lake. So she's interesting already. But the fact that, whenever they say, well, she grew up with so much wealth that, she has a lot of the same experiences. So it's not like she's sitting here trying to catch up. She's already there. So I love that.
Right.
I love that.
And do we think that they're trying to like test out this Amy as like a housewife?
I think so. Big time. I do. But I'm like you, Joey. It can just be one person that throws the synergy completely off. I hope that does not happen.
Yeah. And I just feel like we don't need like another like blind, like Lisa, like defender.
Right.
Like, we already have that in Brittany. We already have that in Meredith.
Mm-hmm.
Although my coworker Erin just sent me this TikTok. So apparently Amy's house is for sale. The one that we saw the party at like last week.
Okay.
It's like $27 million. Ooh. It's on like acres and acres and acres. She has a regulation size like baseball field, an indoor Olympic size pool, an alpaca farm.
Wow.
Like she has like all like this stuff, and I'm like, oh, she is wealthy.
Yeah. See, she's rich, but see, that's what Bravo wants.
I know.
And they're wanting that Lisa Vanderpump for each franchise. Lisa wants to be it, but she's not.
She's not.
Amy,
no.
Amy could be that girl. So
she could be that girl.
Yeah, yeah. And watch if she does fully get casted. I may be wrong, but watch Lisa try to undermine her. I don't think she'll be able to handle it. I could be wrong. She could form an alliance with her, which would be smarter. But
yeah, but if she comes in as an actual housewife, the difference is Lisa's going to feel threatened.
Mm-hmm.
So the relationship is going to change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at her and Bronwyn. I mean, Bronwyn was supposed to be her friend, and you see how that went down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Angie was her friend.
That too. Yeah. You see? If she's not the center of attention, if she's not the spotlight, the it girl, anyone that's coming for her spot, she's going to try to take you down. She can't.
I would love to know how she feels about Angie being center snowflake.
Oh.
And did you notice that Lisa is now second to last? It goes Meredith, then Lisa.
Yeah. Yes. And you know what's so funny? Like, even though on the show, and I'm going to get to the last scene, which is the biggest scene, she goes back and forth with fans all the time. And you would think at this point, she would learn to stop. It's really something in her. She cannot stand to be criticized at all. I mean, I'll go on her Twitter. I mean, it's choop, choop, choop. And people do it so that they can say, look what Lisa said to me. I mean, you know what I mean? And she still doesn't get it. It's so...
I know. But I'd be like remiss to say, though, I'm telling you, she is a necessity on the show.
1,000%.
Because even though she can be exhausting and delusional, which we know we love, like a delusional housewife,
sure,
I still would be lying if I said that I didn't think that she was the star of the show.
I absolutely agree with you. I mean, like I said, I love to watch her get into it with them. I mean, she says the craziest stuff defending herself because she gets caught up and she just, whatever comes to mind. Her episode of Watch What Happens Live, I cannot remember the guy's name that was on there. He was a blind Lisa lover. He sounded ridiculous.
She lost every poll.
Every poll. And rightfully so. And I ended up turning it off because it made no sense. I'm like, if you're just going to be up here to just feed her ego, I can't.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing either. That's funny you said that.
I had to cut it off. It was ridiculous. But I don't even know what I was going with that. But at any rate, we're at the luncheon now, y'all. And the ladies walk in and you see these ridiculous posters with dismissed all over them. It's blown up. I don't know what she was really thinking that she was really going to prove or achieve. It was so stupid.
That she knows how to use Microsoft Office or like Photoshop. I don't know.
And not very well, because like they said, it was blurry. I mean, like what are we even looking at?
Oh yeah, Mary was like, I'm getting a headache.
Right. Yeah, I can't even see this. What is this? I mean, it was equally as childish as the insults that she hurled at Bronwyn last week. I just was like, girl, if you're going to defend yourself, you could have collabed with Meredith and come with something a little better than that.
Your best friend's a lawyer.
Right.
Plus, my thing is printing out like the court documents and then like photoshopping like a large like dismissed thing like doesn't really prove anything, because like I can go do that like right now in like 5 minutes. Why didn't you bring or blow up the documentation that they have been dismissed?
Right. Why didn't you show that? That would have shut everybody right on up.
Right.
You didn't do it because you couldn't do it.
Right.
And then to even have them on a yacht, they said from like 30 years ago, or trying to show the photo like they were front row
at a jazz game.
Right. And Bron was like, good try. That is,
we all know, we've all maybe not sat in them, but seen them. Those courtside seats are folding chairs. Don't get it twisted.
That's right. That's right. So I mean, she just tried it. So to me, it's like such a sad.
Photos had nothing to do with her argument, by the way.
But it was trying to bring home the point that I am living this fabulous life. Look at me on this yacht. Look at me courtside. Look at this. You know, I have this big life. People like me get sued. No big deal. I mean, they've
all been on yachts. I'm sure they've all been to a jazz game courtside. And I'm sure because multiple of them own multiple businesses that they've all been sued.
Of course. Of course. So, I mean, it just shows, and I said I was going to use this word, and I'm using this word. Shout out to Real Bravo in Here group on Facebook. Unhinged. Lisa acted completely unhinged. She's like, when they ask, like, why are we here? She's like, today is all about me. And Whitney
Isn't every scene with Lisa in it all about her?
Yes. The happiest we ever saw Lisa's when they did the whole Lisa theme.
The Lisa luncheon.
Right. I mean, she was so happy until the Whitney scene. But that's just our Lisa. Whitney asked what any of this actually clarifies. And all Lisa kept saying was dismissed, 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 like a child. So Angie's like, look, let's get down to what we really want to know. There's these rumors out here. There's the mystery man's credit card that you supposedly, had and used. This said man also supposedly paid off one of your vehicles, renovations on your home, and is saying you owe him $118K. Okay. And she's like, it's not true. But again, there was nothing to show, back up, or prove. I mean, it just to me was so silly. And what she thought was her getting back at them by showing them how great she was and how everything was dismissed. It made her look more guilty to me.
I also thought her argument level, because again, not so much Angie, although Angie had great questions that we all would like to know the answer to. But you cannot win a battle of words with Miss Bronwyn. You're not gonna do it. Nope. And again, we saw the same exact thing that we saw last episode, where Lisa thinks that raising her voice and being crazy wins her an argument, and it doesn't. It definitely confirms that you're losing the argument.
Definitely. You're flustered, you're yelling, you're upset when everyone else is composed and just trying to get down to, okay, then what is it? And Bronwyn says denied or dismissed, because that's two different things. So you're leaning more toward denied. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, and everything is denied. And she's like, or being dismissed. And she's like, because you paid back the money, which was a great question on Bronwyn's part.
It was. It was.
Because guess what? Lisa went for a straight deflection.
Yeah, absolutely. She didn't answer the question. Right. And that's the point. She didn't answer any of their questions.
No,
other than say it's not
one.
True, or to go back to dismissed. So, like I said, she denies all of them. She calls all the suits frivolous. She was like, anybody can sue anybody for anything. And that is true. But, girl, there's some court documents. And again, if that's the case, there are ways that you could prove such things if you want to shut people up. And Brahman in confessional says, well, there's one case that is still very much open.
Correct.
And so then Amy steps in for her and says, look, this guy is her business partner. They were business partners. Like, it's not uncommon for a business partner to, have a shared credit card or whatever. And then Lisa's like, yeah, see, this is what I mean. They don't get it. Girl.
But see, that's where I don't need Amy interfering. We have enough Lisa,
right.
Enough Lisa soldiers. No.
And we don't know her like that. It's like, girl, pipe down.
Yeah. It's just it's not. But again, I'm also not gonna blame her. Maybe she's gonna be great, but the way that production just kind of randomly inserting her as if we're supposed to know who she is or care what she has to say, it's really weird.
It is weird. It's definitely given they're testing her. They're testing her out for next season.
Yeah, it's giving I'll never remember her name from last season. She was there for a hot second, and then we never saw her again.
Oh yeah, we never saw her again. She was at the one party when Angie and Lisa got into it, and then she disappeared. Or
yeah,
no,
then we never saw her.
Never saw her
Melee,
yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it's giving.
It's totally giving that. Yeah, totally giving that. So Angie tells her, look, this all started because of Lisa doing all that digging up on Bronwyn. And she's like, I didn't dig anything up. And of course, they do the flashback to when she, in fact, says, I'm friends with, I can't remember the name. And she said, you didn't buy anything, So, yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah,
and then, no,
we all saw it.
We all saw it. And then she's like, she goes back at Bronwyn about the necklace scandal. And she's like, I cleared all that up at the Cameron trip, but you opted not to come. I explained all that to everyone, but you opted not to come. So, and again, she said it very calmly. I mean, she does her little head, but that's okay. She always speaks in the calmest of manner. Like, try again. Already addressed it. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then Lisa comes at Angie and says that she's just like a Jen Shaw. And I'm like, and I was like, okay, careful. She's like, you got the same hair, lady. Angie's about to get up on that one. For some reason, she's like, no, get it right. Brow and lash, girl.
Yeah, she was very mad about the brows, huh?
Listen. That was about to make Angie K really.
But you notice who came to Angie's defense was Mary.
Yeah, she was like, well, she is the best.
She is the best brow girl. Yeah.
And then of course, here comes Dum Dum. Oh, isn't that the brow girl? And no one they cut her off because really nobody cares.
Shut up, Brittany. Shut up.
Right, no one cares. She's referring to the fact that it was said that Jared was texting the brow girl, and he was.
We saw the text.
We saw it.
I don't know why they're shoving Brittany down our throats as if we care.
We really don't. And I mean, if all she's got is you want to marry an Osmond, I mean, that's not that hot. No, we don't care.
Now you're marrying an Osmond, and you're this Lisa soldier, which, by the way, girl, she's using you because you're submissive to her.
Absolutely.
It's just really odd.
It's just so stupid.
She doesn't fit in with this group of girls at all.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, at any rate, we're stuck with her for this season at least. So at this point, the waitress tries to get them to order some food, but they're going at it. So at this point, Lisa's asking questions, and Meredith hops in there and says, look, you two have faced your share of false allegations. And Whitney's like, oh, now you want to pipe in. Okay. Now you want to speak up. And she was like, no, I'm not just piping in. Okay, so I'm conflicted a little bit. Meredith said she didn't go all in for Lisa, but she did say, hey, let's have this conversation, with her. Let's not do this behind her backs. I felt like,
I don't know. I was kind of like more on Meredith's side with that because it wasn't like Meredith sat there. Like, I feel like they're trying to portray that Meredith just sat there and let them like tear Lisa to shreds. Which, number one, I don't really think that they were tearing Lisa to shreds. I think that they were talking about things that were in the press, in the media, being sent to them. They were like Whitney said, they were being tagged on social media.
absolutely.
I do think that Meredith stepped in, and I don't really understand why they're trying to play this like narrative as if like Meredith didn't, because she did.
She did.
I don't know. They wanted her to get up and flip the table and be like, "We're not talking about Lisa." Like, I don't understand what they wanted.
Meredith can go there, but I mean,
well, yeah.
But
I would have actually have preferred that, because as you know, my favorite thing about Salt Lake City is when Meredith Marks flies off the handle.
I loved it too. You can leave.
Yeah. Oh my God. I cannot wait for her to fly off the handle this season.
It's coming. Trust and believe it's coming. But so I disagree with them that they tried it with that one, because I think Meredith did come to her defense. She tells Lisa that, and Lisa's like, you know what, I wouldn't have believed it otherwise. But I'm thinking, girl, you sure believed it a bit when Heather told you that. But okay. Sure
did. And I love the fact that Angie had just at this table called her out on, we've seen you go after people's business. I've never done that. And then 2 minutes later, boom, bullseye for Whitney and her business.
Right.
Girl, this is exactly what Angie just talked about.
That's what she was talking about. Yeah. So Whitney she comes in and says, look, Lisa, these posters don't prove anything. And then she deflects by mocking Whitney's failed company. She was like, so how are you unwinding your company? And then she tries to scream and insult at her and calls her a redhead. And I was like, see, Lisa, this is what I'm talking. Like, girl, come with something better than that. So what?
Yeah. So what? I mean, I don't like it. I don't like the hair either. But
I don't either. But when I found out why she did it, I was down for it. And then I won't speak it. She did it to be in solidarity with her daughter who gets bullied.
Oh, that's really nice, actually.
It is. So then I was like, all right, I'm not going to say another word about the red hair. Because I told you in the beginning, I was like, Joey. But when I found out why, I'm like,
yeah, you know what? I won't speak on it anymore either. I didn't hear that. And that's actually really, really nice.
Mm-hmm. It is. It really is. It is. So, because I thought Whitney's beautiful either way. But yeah, to have solidarity with her daughter, I'm here for all of that.
100%.
Yeah. So, they exchange back and forth screaming. And what always, tears me out the frame is Lisa has so much energy. I'm not saying she doesn't have the same energy or try. She can't do that with Bronwyn because Bronwyn can outdo her. I hate the way she does Whitney. I mean, and Whitney tries. I don't think Whitney doesn't have the vocabulary that Bronwyn does or the composure.
Right.
But I hate that. And she started to really get under her skin.
Oh, yeah. Whitney flew off the handle.
Whitney wanted to give her a little bit.
When she got up and marched around the table, I was like, oh my God, don't do it, girl. Don't do it.
I know. Because she wanted to lay some hands on Lisa Barlow.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Because when she got up in her face and was like, listen, yes, I've admitted all that, but I can pay mine back because I actually have money. And I was like, good on you, Lisa. And Mary tried to diffuse the situation. And she's like, Whitney, sit down. She was like, no, Mary. She's triggered the F out of me. So I'm not doing it. And so she walks off. And that's basically where we end. That was a very activated Whitney. And Lisa.
Yeah, which we see Whitney fly off the handle, but I've never seen her get up from a table and get in someone's
and
face
not get that close up on somebody in her. Yeah.
No, that was crazy. Because I thought, all right, Lisa's natural reaction is going to be to swat her off, and then Whitney's just gonna lose her mind and just start throwing hands.
Yeah, I know. It could have got there because for her to be that close, I think, and Lisa but I think Lisa knew that energy that she was bringing. It wouldn't have taken much, and she would have laid some hands on her. So, and she, even Angie told her, "Look, you make it hard for me to stay in my seat." Lisa,
no one else.
Yep. Yep, because you know Angie K, honey, she'll get about that seat now. She got about them brows, but she sat right down.
Also, moment of recognition for this poor staff at the place trying to serve them. That poor 18-year-old waitress trying to take their food order.
I know.
As Angie and Lisa are nonstop screaming full volume at each other.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes. Poor baby. But she held her own. As she stood there, I'd have been like, yeah, let me go get my manager. I can't do this.
Yeah, but you know what? You guys just like call me over when you're ready.
Right. But yeah, she hung in there. So yeah, y'all, that was pretty much episode 3. Of course, is to be continued next week to see what happens. The ladies are still sitting there, and Whitney stormed off, so we'll see. Quick thoughts. What did you think? We'll do a really quick OC Miami.
I mean, Miami, I thought for like a really like good season, even though I hated Stephanie. I felt like the finale was like a snooze.
It really was. It was so not memorable.
The highlight of the finale was Adriana singing about like loving her dog.
I know.
And you know, viral hit. Good for you, Adriana.
Absolutely.
I mean, it didn't really give anything.
Nothing. They started off good, and they kind of like they went on a downslope from there. Now we're hearing though that the reunion, there's these receipts. It's going to be jaw dropping. They say that every time, but I'm inclined to believe that we're going to learn something that we really didn't, and I'm here for it. So, we'll definitely be bringing you. Try to always do reunions because that's kind of when everything comes together and we get down to the things that they're beating around the bush all season about.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
I'm looking forward to that. OC.
I mean, you know, for me, I feel like OC though is finally at least coming to the place where like this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
And I got nervous for a second because we brought Gretchen on, right, to go after Tamra. And then when they started like agreeing on things, I was like, no. And like, Gretchen was like turning on Katie. I was like, oh no, Gretchen, this is not what we brought you back for.
Right.
So it's like we're finally like there. But like, what I can't handle is Tamra Judge on another season losing her mind, walking out of a dinner, walking out of a restaurant, walking out of a hotel, whatever, as if like she's the victim. Tamra Judge, you are not a victim.
Mm-hmm. But it's
you know, just like ridiculous. Enough is enough.
I agree. But what is even more sickening in this season and part of last is when she's backed in a corner, she's going to pull Teddy out of her pocket every time. And I think that's sick. That's really sick. You know, Teddy gets up. Teddy's on the podcast. Teddy's still pushing through. She wasn't one of my favorites either. So I could add her.
God, no.
I could add her technically on that list, but out of respect, because I'm praying that, you know, she beats this, I won't. But, you know, she's a fighter. She's out there still coming, showing up to work, you know, 2 peas in a pod. She's on there with other people when Tamara's doing other things. And then you keep weaponizing her illness as if it's you know, your thing, you know, and it just, she's so gross. I cannot stand Tamara.
And I'm sorry, you were a monster before your friend got
cancer.
One.
Yeah.
Like,
I just love that.
Tamara's been a monster since like the get. Like, you've been a monster since like way before your friend had cancer. So like, I don't want to hear about it. Like, come on.
Exactly. Leave Teddy out of it. Own it. Own your grossness. You're gross. So
yeah.
All right. So go ahead.
But in better news, I don't know if our viewers had watched, but last week, as we talked about, was the premiere of Special Forces. And my girl Teresa killed it.
Listen, Joey, respect due. Listen. And I'm not for. I loved her. I'm gonna always love Teresa because I love New Jersey and I loved all the OGs to a degree. Certainly Teresa, she was one of my faves, and we fallen out of love. But I'm always gonna have respect and love for her. No, really, always. Not quite to your level, but I saw her. I was like, look at Teresa go. That's what I'm talking about, honey. Listen, she killed it. And Brittany Cartwright should be ashamed.
But did we expect anything different?
No, but you know what? And I did not realize how grueling those challenges were going to be. Like,
Have you never watched it before?
I have never watched it. This is my first time. Yes.
Oh, now you got to go back and like watch some of the other ones. Like Denise Richards was on it. Tom Sandoval was on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've had some like good people in the past. This is like season 3, I think. We've had some like really like good people in like the past. Like JoJo Siwa like shocked the crap out of me how good she was.
Okay.
At one point, she like literally like picked up Tom Sandoval over her shoulders and carried him through the rest of like a challenge that they did.
Wow.
But I was just like really, really shocked. I thought the minute they got down, they were like crawling in like the mud and there was like mud like all over their face. I was like, oh, Teresa, is she out?
Me too.
But no,
she did it. My thing was, and it's good that they separate them, because had she seen the way they were talking to Gia, she declared everybody. It would have been a wrap. Because I was thinking to myself, I don't like how they're doing her. If that was my daughter, good Lord, it would be plain fest. And Teresa don't play about her daughters, baby.
Correct.
Mm-mm. And she kept kind of like, where's she? How's she?
She did. That was cute. She kept. I hope that my daughter's okay. Blah, blah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mother instincts would kick in, and Teresa is strong, y'all.
I can't wait to watch
tonight. Andy Cohen. Yeah. So yeah. No, that was good. I agree with you. She killed it. So I can't wait to see the next episode. But yeah. So y'all let us know. Are y'all watching Special Forces? What were your thoughts? I thought it was shameful. I did expect Brittany to go home the same day, but you would think, knowing that she was coming on the show, she would have trained in some way.
There was like clearly like no preparation done.
No. She came through just like she just left one of their parties after she took her last shot and just came on through. I mean, that's what it was giving. So
no, and like the worst part is that like Jax is like sitting at home, like basking in all his glory.
Of course.
And he'll be on next season.
And he'll crush it just to show her. Right. Oh yeah. For sure. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got. Joey, last words?
No, that's all I got. I'm probably gonna save Miami for tomorrow because I have to watch Special Forces.
Yeah, same.
Plus, reunions, I definitely want to watch the unedited and extended cut anyway.
Always. It's always best to watch it on Peacock so you get the unedited. It's always better. So that is my recommendation. That's how I do it.
Same.
And we're gonna try to coordinate to see if we can do an episode. So
we have to do a reunion episode.
We do reunions. That's how started. We got together on OC reunion. That's our first episode together. So yeah, we got to do our reunion. Yeah. All right. Well, I will be putting that in the community post, letting y'all know when we're gonna drop that. And you guys watching some Bravo tonight, and tune in with us next week. We'll definitely be here Thursday, and we'll be here one of the days earlier.
Some other day to talk about Miami.
Yeah, another day. So we'll let you know. You gotta go ahead and hit that notification bell so you'll know. All right, guys, that's all we got. So good night and have a great one.
Good night.